These are the prime nanos. They're hard to kill. That guy there is what we call a tyrant. Some people do it solo. Personally, I don't like to do it solo. It's quite tough. Okay, so that's what I was talking about. That's called the... So SYNCED is set in the near future, post-apocalyptic world following a nanotech collapse. The world was enamored with what they call the Morpheus chip, which is this nanotechnology. Billions of people were connected to it, and it's like a brain-computer interface until there was a glitch. The nanite technology just took over and turned these people into what we call nanos, these kinds of feral machines that roam the world. Runners from around the world, they are these fortune seekers, and also trying to contain the surge. So our world is filled with more feral nanos, and there's different levels of them, and one of the big ones are the prime nanos. So what you want to do with a prime nano is if you can down it, and if you can subdue it, then you can sync with it and turn it into one of these four allies, these companion nanos. They each have their own attributes. The Guardian with his built-in shield. A Seer is really valuable if you want to it acts as radar and will scan where the enemies are. The Suppressor has a kind of a built-in turret into its arm, and the Crusher is just like a Hulk-type character that just bashes the crap out of everybody, and he's really fun to send into a fight. This is exactly what I was talking about when you sync with a prime nano. So the doctor here, this character is called Dr. Stone. He has just downed a prime nano, and then he's come up to it, and he has a blade that he pulls out of his armband. Armbands are very important in the game. They're where a lot of the tech for our players comes from. And he jabs it into the downed nano, and then it triggers a process where the nano will sync to the runner and becomes linked, and it turns into your companion. And what's great is that you can send them out into the field, but you can also dock them onto your arm. So your arm actually becomes this kind of nano crystal look to it, which is pretty amazing, and it also gives you extra abilities. Okay, so that's what I was talking about. That's called the Nano Leap. You have to use your companion nano, and it will send you, send you several meters forward in this jump. It's amazing because you can use it for attack if you want to just move right in on somebody very fast. But it's also particularly, especially if you're a player like me, it's good for getaways. You just quickly hit this Nano Leap, and boom, you'll get out. It doesn't send you far. It just sends you a few meters away. But that's sometimes the difference between victory and defeat right there. Every companion will have their own Nano Leap. So each one you'll notice is a little different based on the companion that you have. These are the prime nanos. They're not quite a boss, but they're getting towards a boss. They're hard to kill. You'll see them in the fields a lot, but they're important to take down, and you want to take them down early. When you start the game, as soon as you get in there, you're looking for a prime. And the reason you want a prime is that once you down it, you can subdue it and sync with it, and that will give you your companion nanos. Whenever you come across a prime, they're in a dense surge area. There's a lot of surge in the region, and so the benefit of taking these guys down is it's going to reduce the surge in that zone. It kind of creates this bubble. For the runners, what's really great is it acts as a healing bubble as well. So while you're in there, you can regenerate your health. Every runner has their own weapon of choice. You're not bound to that weapon. You can swap it out and change it for different ones, but there's an advantage to holding on to that weapon. For example, Glory is all about the sniper rifle. Pairs very nicely with her ability. She's got this smoke bomb that she can send out. And so when she fires that smoke bomb, it clouds it for everybody. Nobody can see anything except Glory. She's able to bring up her sniper rifle and through the sniper rifle, all the enemies will be highlighted. She's the only one who can do that. But again, you're not bound to it. You can mix and match as you want. When you're playing the game, you will come across these mods that they're encrypted. You find them in the world and they're encrypted. And so you bring them back to Haven and you're able to unlock them back in Haven. And now they become permanent mods that you can use to upgrade to boost the power level of your runner. And this becomes really important because you add these and it will get you to a level where you're able to move on to the next sector. So for example, Dead Sector 1 has a certain power level. Every Dead Sector is open to you at any time. As soon as you finish Dead Sector 1, Dead Sector 2 will unlock. They become more and more difficult, and there's a recommended power level that you really should be at. That's where the runner mods come into play. An important thing about these runner mods is that they only work in PvE. They're not accessible through PvP, primarily because we want fair play to happen within PvP, and you can't have one player who's boosted to the max over there, and you've got other players who are on a different level. So when you're in a match, you don't have all the mods that you can get. That's why exchanges are really important. You go to an exchange and you want to upgrade your companions as quick as you can. So for example, when you have the Guardian with you, the Guardian has a standard shield that he'll use, which is great, that's helpful. But if you go to an exchange mod, you can upgrade that shield and it becomes more and more powerful, it becomes bigger. Same thing for the Seer. At the beginning, the Seer just acts as a simple radar. But again, as you upgrade it, the Seer can now take on a disguise of another runner. It's really important to be upgrading that companion through the match. That guy there is what we call a Tyrant. Specifically, he's a Tyrant Flamer. The goal of each of the Dead Sectors is to go in there and find the Tyrant. With each level, you're tracking the location of this Tyrant. Finally, you get to the location and the lair of this Tyrant, and that's where you have to take him on. And some people do it solo. Personally, I don't like to do it solo. It's quite tough. But you need to take this Tyrant down, and that effectively cleanses the entire zone. Those are not easy fights. For me, it often takes a couple times to try and take down a Tyrant, but they're a lot of fun. So within Synced is a multiplayer game. So you go in there and it's a match-based game. We wanted to let players discover the story as they played at their own pace. Another way we want to make sure that the players understand what's going on in the world of Synced is through the seasonal content. Every season, we have a story that we focus on that is told as players play through each of the PvE matches. But as the seasons progress, you start to get a sense that there's something more alive than just these machine nanos. The game's coming out this summer. I hope you all get in there and check it out. I'll be there with you inside the Meridian.
Thanks for watching. What do you think of the new Synced trailer? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to check out some more of our content here, including some more videos about Synced, and make sure to like, subscribe, and turn the notification bell on for this channel. That way you won't miss when we upload. A big thank you to Next Studios. You can check out some more information about Synced in the relevant links in the description below.